So it's only been 3 days, so I don't really have anything too extensive to go over just yet, but I did want to just give you a quick little wrap up for the first half of the first week. Really what I've been doing is trying to load a clicker and start the beginning phases of establishing a marker system for Astro. So what a clicker does is a mechanical marker. It announces the arrival of food for Astro, and it marks a moment in time that I like something. So right now he's not super food motivated. It's getting a little bit better. It's just kind of overstimulated by everything going on here. So I'm trying to condition the response to the clicker, showing him that the clicker is going to present food for him, so that way I can use it to shape behaviors. And I use the clicker a lot in the early phases, and then I mostly switch over to the verbal markers, which are going to be good, okay, and no / for infractions and corrections and things like that. So good and okay, right now they're going to mostly mean the same thing, with the difference being when he hears the word good, I'm bringing the food to him, and when he hears okay, after I say the word okay, I'm moving away so that he can come out of behavior. So what their differences eventually will be is good is going to be more of a duration marker, and okay is going to be a terminal marker. So a click doesn't, all it means is I like that, come get food for me. Good is I like that, here's some food. Okay means I like, you're done with the behavior, come get food for me. And then later down the road we'll phase out the need for constant food reinforcements. But he's got a pretty good response to the clicker. It's not perfect. I want it to be almost involuntary because he just hears it and doesn't even think about it, the fact that it's saying food's here, come get it. And then I'm gonna have to slowly work up, I'm gonna slowly work up duration within each behavior. I'm certainly not using any commands just yet. I'm wanting him to show me behaviors fairly consistently before I place words on them, just to kind of avoid disassociation. I'm doing a lot of rewarding for engagement and eye contact. So if we're moving around and he looks up at me, specifically if he's been previously distracted and doing his own thing, when he checks it with me, I click and reward that. I want to create value in paying attention to me, because he doesn't have, previously he had none of it, and now it's getting a little bit better. But I want to put value in him paying attention to me and not being so worried and so reinforced by everything that's happening around him. So when I'm teaching him behaviors, what I'm doing is luring him. So I'm having my hands filled with food, and I'm just kind of getting him to follow it around, and then I can kind of manipulate him into a position, which will eventually be a command and a behavior. So like for his sit, I want to lure him up over good, whoop, good. So duration, good. I'm saying the word good before I present the food, good, because I want him responding to the cue, good, and not my hand, so that way I can build neutrality in my movement. Me moving my arm around, good, good. Me moving my hand around doesn't mean he needs to come out of behavior. Stop! What? There's nothing out here. Stop. Sorry about that, got some nosy Nellies in here. Come here. I want him to be neutral to me moving around, because eventually, as I'm building in duration, I want him to remain in behavior until I give him that release word. No expectations just yet. I don't need him to stay in the behavior because I haven't established that yet. Right now I'm looking for enthusiasm going into behavior before I start asking for him to kind of flatten out a little bit with each behavior. Off. And I'm going to be rude to him about jumping because he's really bad about it. So if you see me pushing him around, that's what I'm going to do to stop that, because it hurts really bad and it's a very, very naughty behavior. Stop. No. And then he does this thing where he grabs the leash. And it's something that I noticed that he does mostly when he's demanding attention and he's trying to get me to play with him. So for us, it's a very, very bad situation, I guess you would say. But for him, us pushing him around and playing with him, that's fun for him. So I'm trying to play him around with ways that kind of make that, I guess you would say, unpleasant, non-reinforcing for him. Good job. That hurt my leg. Look what you did to it. So, but going to reward him for calm behaviors, and the goal be to kind of get it between us. He has a balanced outlet for energy and calm behaviors. Can't just have one or the other. Too much outlet of energy just makes the dog hyper aroused, and trying to get a dog that has a lot of energy to always be calm, you're just suppressing energy that's going to explode in unwanted behaviors. So we'll eventually get to where we can have that balancing act for him. Good job. All right.